Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, thank you for checking out the channel, and if you're returning, as always, thank you for coming back. So, I got my dream Les Paul guitar, and I know that I've kind of said in the past that I wasn't a real Les Paul kind of guy, but that kind of changes when you get your dream Les Paul, and you get one that you just love to play, and you just love the feel of it, you love to just sit and look at it, and, you know, I've become a Les Paul guy now. I'm still a Strat guy at heart, but I love the Les Paul very much. So a little backstory to this guitar. I've wanted this particular Les Paul ever since I was a little kid. And this one belonged to my Uncle Randy. And I first asked him to sell it to me when I was like 14. And obviously I couldn't afford it back then. And yeah, he didn't want to sell it at the time, so I was pretty bummed out about that. And then over the past 10 years, I've kind of joked around with him about selling it. And about a month and a half ago now, I woke up to a text one morning from him, and he's like, "Make me an offer on the Les Paul." And I'm like, "Oh man, this is it." So the day finally came when I got my dream Les Paul. So this is a 1980 Gibson Les Paul Custom. I believe Randy said he's had it since '82. He played it during the 90s with him and my dad's band Odyssey, which has led me to name this one the Odyssey. And yeah, it's just a great Les Paul. It's heavy, which, you know, I love a heavy guitar, and it's really heavy. It's like 10.5 pounds, which is like the heaviest guitar that I've ever owned. The last Les Paul I had was before I really started my channel here, and that one, it was just a Gibson Les Paul Studio. I ended up selling that Les Paul because we just didn't click, me and the guitar, and it was all black, which I didn't really like the look of. It didn't have any binding or anything, so this one has just always been one that I've longed after, and Randy finally made it a dream come true for me to get this guitar. So thank you very much, Uncle Randy, and taking good care of it. And part of the reason why I've taken a while to do this video is because I've been wanting to get a setup job on the guitar, and I've been wanting to have the pickups looked at, because the bridge pickup is significantly weaker than the neck pickup. So like right now I've got the volume rolled all the way up on the bridge, and I've got the neck pickup at about 2, and this is what it sounds like. Okay, so even with the bridge pickup all the way up and the neck pickup back at about 2, they're about equal. So I'm thinking that something just needs recoiled or it needs rewound in the pickup. So hopefully that's all it is, and you know, if not, then I'll buy a replacement pickup. But the neck pickup does sound really good on its own. I think that one's in good shape. And also, I wanted to get it set up because the day that I got it, Randy had a one of the MIDI pickups on it, and I took that off to give it back to him. And when I did that, it screwed up the height of the strings and everything. He had it adjusted for the MIDI controller, so I wanted to get it set up because I'm not really familiar with where a Les Paul should be. I actually got it pretty decent myself, I think, and it's to the point where it's not really fretting out at all, but the string action is super low. That's a really nice thing about this guitar. It's like super, super low. So you probably can't hear any buzzing from the playback, but when I'm playing it, like it's really quiet in here right now, but when I'm playing it, you can kind of hear a little bit of buzzing, so it's probably just the way that I put it back. So anyway, for me, Les Pauls are really cool because it's rock and roll, you know what I mean? Like, I switched back from overdrive pedals to amp overdrive recently, and I know that I've talked about that in a couple videos, and I'm just kind of going old school with things, so like a Les Paul into an overdriven amp, and then effects after the amp, but, you know, just kind of that setup, that simple setup, it just kind of works for me, and I really like it. Now, don't get me wrong, I still am a Strat guy. I still play my Strats more than the Les Paul. But once I do get this pickup looked at, and once I do get it set up, I am going to take this out with the band and use it for some of the more rock-driven stuff that we do. And I'm just super stoked about it, and it just looks so cool. Like, you can see all that like wood grain in there and everything, and everything's original. Everything is original. That's why I'm hoping that this just needs rewound, because I would like to use the original pickups. And take a look at the back there. Now, you guys might remember about a year ago, maybe a little over a year, shortly after I started my channel, Randy let me borrow this for about a week, and I did some videos with it. So I will link one of those in the description and also at the end of the video. But just what a cool guitar, and what a cool story, you know. For me, growing up, watching them play, him and my dad, you know, watching Randy use this guitar, and then Randy's the one who taught me how to play guitar. It's just a real honor to get to play this, and you know, Randy's always been a hero of mine, and it's just super stoked to have this guitar. If there could be one Les Paul in the world that I could own, it'd be this one. And you know, now I have my dream Les Paul guitar. And to top things off, I've never been a huge fan of Les Paul standards. I'm more a fan of the custom look, and of course that's what this is. So this is a 1980 Gibson Les Paul Custom, and hope you guys enjoyed this short video today on this guitar. It's been a real treat to get to play it over the last month, and I'm just so excited that it's mine. And you know, it's a piece of history. It's a piece of my history, watching them play all those years. Alright guys, thank you very much. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we will see you next time.